besties, welcome back to my book channel. And as you would have seen in the title of this week's video, we're going to be reorganizing my entire bookshelf. If you guys have been keeping up with my last few videos, then you guys would know I have been doing an excellent job reading my entire physical TBR. And so what started to happen is my shelves are overflowing with books. When I finish a romance book, there's nowhere to put it. When I finish a fantasy book, there's nowhere to put it. My TBR shelf is like halfway mixed with my adult fantasy shelf. Like things are just getting so chaotic over there. And I have been procrastinating doing this for quite a while now, but I'm devoting the weekend to getting my bookshelf completely under control. And I do think I'm going to feel so much better after this video is done, but it's just so overwhelming to take all of the books down, see them on the floor, and then put them all back. So on the one hand, it's really easy to procrastinate because it always takes a lot of time. But on the other hand, I do love being surrounded by my books. First thing I want to do is actually take you guys really quickly through my bookshelf just to kind of show you what we're working with. Then I want to make an iced coffee, and then we're gonna do whatever it is that we're gonna do. I'm thinking we start at the top, and we're gonna do this really quickly because I want my coffee. So over here, this is actually where I keep all of my journals. I've been journaling ever since I was a small child. And so this is all journals, and I am considering taking these out and putting them somewhere else because they're taking up an entire shelf. Then over here, I have my classics and nonfiction, but recently I did get rid of most of my classics and nonfiction because I didn't like the way that they looked. I really want to collect all of the classics that I've read in the like penguin edition. That's like the black spine with the little orange logo on it. I won't get into that now. Then over here, these are some of my childhood favorites. So I have the Percy Jackson series, the Percy Jackson second series, part of it, the selection. And then I recently donated all of my Harry Potter books because they are completely falling apart. And I thrifted these two really beautiful hardback covers of the second and the third book. And so I kind of just want to collect those over time, but the Harry Potter series was literally falling apart and I couldn't read it again if I wanted to. Then over here, this is where I keep all of my fiction paperbacks, and I honestly love my two fiction shelves. They might be my favorite shelves on my entire bookshelf. I don't know why, but I separate them based on, paperback, hardcover. Well, while we're on that note, this is my hardcover shelf. I keep my little book nook that I made down here, and I absolutely love it. It lights up and it's really, really cute. And then over here we have SJM shelf, really self-explanatory. I don't really have anything else to add to that. Now we're on the floor. Okay, so then over here, this is where the problems really begin. I feel like up there, it's fine. Down here, problematic. So down here, it started as like a YA fantasy shelf, and now it's just a little bit mixed and jumbled because again, I keep finishing books and this is the only shelf I have room for things. So I like this shelf. It's fine. But if you come down below it, we have some adult fantasy mixed with my monthly TBR, mixed with TBR, like books I bought recently, mixed with books I've had for a while. And I just don't like it at all. And so this shelf needs a lot of help. Like it makes no sense. And I hate it. So that totally getting redone. Then over here, we have some of my favorite books and series. So we have Emily Henry and Magnolia Parks. I love both of those series so much, and my little book counter, which I'm obsessed with. And then down here, we have my romance shelf, which is overflowing, and there is not enough room when I finish books. So I think right now I have 4 books just like sitting on top, and I have romance books on my TBR shelf, and it's just a big fat problem. So I need to either split this up into 2 shelves, or I don't know. I need to rework this whole section. So that is the bookshelf. And then over here, I have a couple stragglers. I made an analog basket recently, and I just have my current read in there and the next book that I want to pick up. So this is kind of fine. I like my little craft basket over here with some books in it, but this is where most of my books are. So it's not horrible. Like things are fine. I don't hate it, but some things that I'm thinking, maybe move my journals to another bookshelf that I have in my apartment. I'll show you guys that soon. Maybe split up the romance shelf, give the TBR shelf an entire shelf of its own because I don't like it sharing a shelf with other things. The only things I do know for sure is when I film my videos, I really want you to be able to see fiction and romance in the background because I think those are the most beautiful sections. I think fiction spines and romance spines are really, really pretty. And I just want to make sure that you can see all of those on my left bookshelf. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So I am going to go make a coffee. I haven't had one yet this morning. It's literally almost noon. It's 11:30 right now. No coffee. Don't know how I'm doing as good as I am. And then we're going to listen to my audiobook or maybe the new Noah Kahan album, which literally dropped today. I could cry. I'm so excited. I can't do this. This is not about that. We're doing a book video. I'm going to go make my coffee and then I'm going to listen to my audiobook or listen to the new Noah Kahan album, and it's going to be the best day ever. Latte is complete. I made a honey cinnamon sea salt latte and it's delicious. Oh, like that is just pure happiness in a cup. I'm so happy. Okay, so plan of attack. I am going to take everything off the bookshelf and probably make little piles of the books based on their genre. So like I'll put romances all together. I'm also thinking I might separate it out based on how much I like those books. I will say I only keep books if I like them. Like if I read a book and I don't really like it, like I don't know, 3 stars or lower, I like immediately put it in a donate pile. So everything that I do own, I enjoyed. I feel like I don't like to collect books that I wasn't a big fan of because I won't really recommend them very often. But I just feel like there's a better way to display some of my absolute favorite books. So that's the plan. I'm talking because I'm procrastinating because the second that the books are all on the floor is when I feel stressed and overwhelmed. And then I think I'm also going to listen to my current audiobook. I'm listening and reading Anne Patchett by Tom Lake. I actually found this book at the thrift store the other day for $3, but everything was 50% off. So I got this book for $1.50 and the original price on the dust jacket is $30. Like, oh, that's crazy and equally makes me feel so good about myself and my thrifting finds. I've been listening to this, honestly, not loving it. And I'm shocked because Meryl Streep is the audiobook narrator for this, but I'm only like 30% of the way in, so maybe it gets better. But yeah, I'm not loving this as much as I thought that I was going to. So I think I'm going to put this on, take everything off of my shelf, and then probably update you guys when I'm stressed. It always looks like so much more books when everything is off of the bookshelf. I did just take my thumbnail for the video also, so I feel like the piles are stacked a little bit higher than I might be comfortable with because I am scared that they're going to fall over, but you can't see them all if they're low piles. So guys, I'm so overwhelmed. I have so many books, and like realistically, I don't actually think I have that many books. I feel like sometimes on booktube I get kind of lost in the like, I don't know, I think people love to collect books, and I think that's a really beautiful thing, and sometimes it's really easy to be like, oh my god, they have an entire library, I only have like a couple shelves, or oh my gosh, they have a few shelves, I only have like a basket of books. Like it's really easy to kind of get lost in that comparison. And so I don't know, I try to kind of maintain that balance really well, not compare myself, have a good amount of books, a good number of books that makes me really happy, not over consume, all of that kind of thing. But now that they're all on the ground, I'm like, holy crap, I have a lot of books. But when they're up on the two bookshelves, like it doesn't look like that many. But now that I'm sitting here, there are so many. So when I was taking the books off of the bookshelf, I moved the journals outside into the kitchen because I think I'm going to put them on the bookshelf in my room. The bookshelf that I have in my room, I'll show you guys in a little bit, is a bookshelf that I share with my boyfriend. And by share, I mean it's his bookshelf technically. Only a few of my books are on there, but the books of mine that are on there are like very much his taste. And so I'm thinking I might just try to sneak some of my journals onto like the bottom shelf of that bookshelf and just see if he says anything, which like he doesn't really care, I don't think. So I think it'll be fine, which I do think will open up a lot of space on the top shelves. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is move my TBR section to the top and then devote like literally an entire shelf to my TBR, which is how it used to be. I've been reading a lot. And then I think I'm also going to need to split up my romance shelf and my fantasy shelf. Two of them, split up one romance shelf and split up one fantasy shelf. The thing that I'm struggling with is I really want you to be able to see my fiction books and my romance books when I film. And so if I split up the romance books into 3 shelves, then you won't be able to see the fiction very well because you mainly see like the 3 bottom shelves. So maybe I put fiction on the bottom and then romance up. I don't know. I just love my fiction shelves. Like I think they're so beautiful. This is why it's hard. Guys, first world problems. I know. Okay, I think I'm going to start with TBR since I know where I want that to go. And then maybe fantasy since that feels lower stakes since you don't see fantasy in the background of my videos as clearly. And then I guess we'll go from there. I think I have my sections all worked out. I have TBR, YA fantasy, adult and cozy fantasy, SJM, romances, favorite romances, hardcover fiction, paperback fiction, nonfiction, and like childhood favorites. So now I just need to make them look pretty. Transparently, I don't know if I've ever loved my bookshelf more. It actually turned out so cute, like cuter than I was anticipating. I feel like I kind of had a certain level that I thought was possible to achieve, and we exceeded it. I'm so obsessed. I actually ended up taking off quite a few of the knickknacks that I had before and really just wanted to go for like a clean look where I have like the books, the plants, and just like my favorite little knickknacks that are like cute but don't make it look really cluttered. And I did move the journals onto the other bookshelf, which I'll show you guys after I do the tour of the main bookshelf. It turned out so good. Oh my God. I feel like I'm kind of freaking out because I just want to like sit here and stare at it. So let's go. Let's do a quick little tour. Starting over here up at the top, just like I said I was going to do, I ended up putting my physical TBR up here. And the way that I have this separated is these are books that I'm hoping to read soon. And then over here is my monthly TBR. So these are the books from my physical TBR that I chose in my May TBR wheel video, which if you're curious about these books and the other books that I chose, I can link my May TBR wheel video down below. And then I did put my little crochet llama that I got in Peru on top because I absolutely love this thing. And then over here, this is the only shelf that's like kind of weird, but I don't know what else to do. And again, it's at the top, so it doesn't really get featured in my videos that often. And on the right side, I have my Harry Potter books, my Percy Jackson, the selection books, like basically my favorite childhood books. And then I have another llama from Peru because I love llamas. They're probably my favorite animal. I'm obsessed with them. And then over here in this little corner, I just put my like nonfiction and classics. I know that's a really weird combo, but again, I don't have like enough of either to fill a full shelf, and I feel like it's fine. They're books I'm not really picking up right now. Then over here, I have my YA fantasy shelf, and I'm really actually happy with this. I have a lot of books from like, how do I say this? I don't own the entire series for a lot of book series that I've read. So like I've read The Cruel Prince, I've read the whole series. I just have the first book, Divine Rivals. I just have the first book, Fable. I just have the first book, Powerless, Once Upon a Broken Heart. But like I've read the whole series. I like end up reading a lot on my Kindle and from the library. So I kind of put books together where I don't own the whole series over here. And then I put like Shadow and Bone, the, I don't know, Vow of Thieves duology, Dance of Thieves duology. Then I have an Ember in the Ashes hiding over here and a little plant, super cute. And then over here, it stayed almost exactly the same. I put my paperbacks back here and I moved my book nook up one to be with the paperbacks. And I just think it is so freaking cute. I'm obsessed with it. And I do have like a miscellaneous thriller and sci-fi over here, but I just don't really read those genres a ton. And usually when I do read them, I read them on my Kindle. And so I just kind of stuck them in the fiction section because they basically are fiction. So really happy with that. I guess I'll go on my knees here. So then for this section, I have all of my hardcover fiction books and I love them. This stayed pretty much exactly the same. I changed the order a little bit and added a plant. I think it's super cute. Then continuing down over here, I put my adult fantasies and cozy fantasies. I've never like had enough cozy fantasy to put them all together in one shelf, but I finally have enough being 4. I've read more. I'm not always obsessed with cozy fantasy. It's really a hit or miss genre for me, but I've learned I love cozy fantasy over audiobook. It's like really hits the spot for some reason for me. So I put some of my cozy fantasies together over here and then just kind of miscellaneous adult fantasy books that I have. Again, I've read the entire series for a lot of these. I just don't own the entire series. And that does bother me sometimes. Then continuing down, I put my Sarah J. Maas books, but instead of having the ACOTAR series like kind of stacked, I just lined them all up and I think it looks really good. It's really like fresh looking and I'm into it. So I'm a fan. Then finally for the bottom 3 shelves, I ended up doing these romance. This is just the best way that I could figure out how to do it, where I have fiction and romance in the backgrounds of my videos, because again, this is the side that you guys can see when I film in front of the window. And that's really important to me. It's funny. It's like, oh, the aesthetics of the bottom half of my bookshelf means a lot to me, but it does. That's just how I am. And so I did actually do quite a bit of shuffling over here. So if you're new to me, my favorite authors in the romance genre are Emily Henry, Abby Jimenez, and Ashley Poston. That's like my holy trinity, which I think a lot of people feel that way, but I just just absolutely love them. And before I had them in different places, but I decided to put them all together. So I have Emily Henry over here, Ashley Poston over here, and then Abby Jimenez on the left. And I kept my book counter on this shelf, and I just decided to face out the new Abby Jimenez book because it's her new release. And so I'm like showing off a new release, kind of fun, showing the people that I am up with the times and in with the trends. I will be talking about that book in a wrap-up video coming soon. So I'm loving this shelf. This might be my favorite one out of the whole bookshelf, either this one or my fiction. I can't decide. And then coming down here, I did more romance books that I absolutely love that are like kind of top tier for me. So I put Magnolia Parks down here. I really like Magnolia Parks, but particularly I like the Daisy Hates books. Like I'm okay on the Magnolia and BJ books, but I'm obsessed with the Daisy and Christian books. So I'm not going to separate the series. So I'm putting those down here because it's like a mixed bag. Like I love them, but I love some of them significantly more than others. So I put these down here. Then I have my Christina Lauren books, my Carly Fortune books, and randomly Ready or Not by Cara Bastone because it's the only book I have by her. Then I have other romance books over here that I feel like I enjoyed, but they're not like on the same level necessarily as some of these other books. And I also have just some of my more like seasonal romance books. So some of my Christmas books, Halloween books, that shelf just kind of feels like random romance to me. So now let's go look at my bookshelf in my bedroom with the journals. Welcome to this little corner of my bedroom where I keep another mini bookshelf, and I didn't even mean to do this. You guys can see my weighted stuffed animal llama. It's a theme. I love llamas. This is Cusco, if anyone was wondering. I love llamas. But as I mentioned before, this bookshelf isn't really mine. It mostly has my boyfriend's books on them. I've read a few of the books on this shelf. Like I've read Dune, what else have I read? A Man's Search for Meaning, Sapiens. Like I've read some stuff on here. It's just not where I keep most of my books. So love the aesthetics though. I think this little wicker is absolutely adorable. I got it on Facebook Marketplace and I'm obsessed with it. But just down here at the bottom, I just slipped my journals in here. There ended up being enough room, which was fantastic. I just moved some things around, slipped my journals down here at the bottom, and I think it looks really cute. I know they're like sideways, but I feel like that's fine. I feel like it looks really good and really, really cute. And I honestly take your bets how long you think it's going to take my boyfriend to notice, because I feel like there's a chance that he just doesn't notice until he finishes another book and puts it on the shelf. Or even then, maybe he won't notice. I'm not sure. But yeah, I just wanted to pop in here really quickly and show you guys my second bookshelf that I actually don't know if it's even ever been featured on my channel before. It's not my main one. My camera battery is actually flashing at me, and that's kind of the perfect time because it is the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my bookshelf reorganization. I have been needing to do this for so long, and just the whole process, filming it, like getting the motivation, it can be hard to find and hard to do. And so I'm really happy that we did it. If you guys made it all the way to this point in the video, comment down below a plant emoji so I know who the real ones are. I also did want to mention, if you guys are interested in this crew neck or any other bookish crew necks, I do sell them on my website, cozyreaderco.com. I absolutely love them. I think they are so cute and cozy. I wear them literally all the time, and I just think they're so cute and wanted to just shout that out if you happen to like this crew neck or any of the other crew necks that you guys have seen me wear in my videos. I feel like they're all from my shop. I hope you guys are having the absolute best day and the absolute best reading month, and I will see you next Saturday for my next bookish upload. Bye!